Hello, my name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour. Today, we are going to talk about stress and learn vocabulary related to stress. Hi, Felipe. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
Very good. So, where are you from, Felipe?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, awesome. Welcome. Welcome.
Thanks.
So what time is it right now in Brazil?
11 p.m. About that,
9 p.m.?
and 2 hours of difference.
Okay. Today, we are going to talk about stress and vocabulary. Okay. Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Hello, Holly. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again. So, and you are from China, and you were located in.
New Zealand.
No, you're Brazil.
Pardon?
No, yeah, New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand.
New
I thought I
Zealand.
heard Brazil. Okay. And
Yeah.
Felipe, could you have your microphone muted? Because there's a lot of noise. Good. Okay, a lot of noise from your computer. Hi, Asma. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm great. What about you?
Very good. Remind me where you are from.
I'm from Tunisia.
Tunisia, okay. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. In one of my classes, I asked everybody where they would, if they could travel anywhere tomorrow, where they would go. And he said two countries. He said Tunisia and Italy. So,
Yeah, good. Yeah. Maybe it's a cruise because yeah, there are the map of the cruise can cross Tunisia and Italy. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, so isn't it, it's quite late right now in Tunisia, isn't it?
Now it's 2 a.m.
2 a.m.?
Yeah, but currently I live in Qatar, so it's 4 a.m.
I'm sorry, where do you live?
I live in Qatar.
Qatar, okay.
Yeah,
And what time is it in Qatar?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.? So it's quite
Yes.
early.
Yes.
So are you a night owl?
Yeah, but I finished my work in about 2 hours. So yeah, that's why
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I still waking up. Yeah, until
Okay.
then I will sleep. Yeah.
Okay, I see. I see. All right. And what time is it in New Zealand right now, Johnny?
In New Zealand, it's 2 p.m. at the moment.
2 p.m. Okay. 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, wow, that blows me away. I'm in Idaho in the US, and it's 6 p.m. on Friday. So,
6 p.m. on Friday.
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, wow. So, hi Carvalho. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. So where are you from, Carvalho?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil, awesome. And it's 11 p.m. in Brazil, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's
All
nice
right.
to meet you.
So there's two people from Brazil um in this class. Are you guys having a nice summer?
Yes. It's really
Yeah.
hot.
It's really hot. Okay. Yeah. And what's the weather like in Tunisia right now? Is it summer or
Uh,
winter?
no, it's winter. Yeah, it's cold.
Cold? Okay. At
Yeah.
like cold as in 15 degrees or 10 degrees or how what
Uh, at night, yeah, maybe 15. Yeah, 15 degrees. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because cold and hot is so relative. So
Yes.
what is cold to one country is not is warm to another country. So I
Yeah.
remember when I lived in Finland, when it got 15 degrees, everybody started wearing their shorts and stuff like that because it was so
Oh,
yeah. And I just
mhm.
checked the temperature where I am. It's 4.5 degrees Celsius. So it's kind of cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Johnny, what's the weather like right now in New Zealand?
The weather is It's very hot, but it's raining, so
Okay.
not feeling very good, not feeling
Uh-huh.
comfortable. Yeah.
And because you guys have summer as well.
Yes, it's summertime now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Today, for this hour and the next hour, if you are able to continue, we are going to go over talk about stress, and the topic is called the stress time bomb, and so we will do some vocabulary activities related to stress and the workplace specifically, and then we will look at an article and read through an article. So first thing we're going to talk about is this warm-up. It says, what do you think are the causes and effects of stress at work? Look at the phrases below and put C or E next to each. Okay, so let's start with Felipe. Number one, would you consider that a cause or an effect? Low staff morale.
Uh, I, uh, Maybe a fact.
Effect? Okay.
Yeah.
And why would you say that that would be an effect?
Um, because maybe the worker does like to work in a certain company or to do certain dirty, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's stuff.
Okay. So it would be effect. Okay, does everybody know what low staff morale means?
I don't know what's this mean.
Okay. Um, Low staff morale means it is a negative mood in the workplace.
Okay, okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and write it down. A negative mood in the workplace. Does now Felipe says that it should be an effect. Does everybody agree that low staff morale is an effect? It is not a cause of stress, but it is what could happen.
It can be teacher both.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, effects and causes.
Okay. So in your opinion, it can be both. Why can you see, tell us, why would you say it means it would be a cause?
A cause, for example, if you have a bad manager,
Uh-huh.
a bad behavior of your manager,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so the cause it can be, mm, yeah, it can causes a negative mood in the workplace.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you're having a bad manager, it could cause a negative mood in the workplace, and
Yeah,
then because of that, there is low staff morale, which makes people stressed.
yes,
Yeah. Okay. And where effect, you have low staff morale, and I mean you have a negative
yeah,
a negative a stressful situation that causes low staff morale, so it could be an effect as well. Okay, I can see both of your points. All right. So Johnny, what do you think about, first of all, does everybody know what cost cutting is?
It's
Yes.
like decrease money, for example.
Yeah, cost cutting is basically it is reducing costs in the workplace or in
Oh,
your home. So if you're reducing, like for example, in my home, we are going to reduce costs next month by canceling the satellite. So that's about $80 a month, and we are reducing costs.
Okay.
So what do you think, Johnny? Is
Yep.
cost cutting a cause or an effect?
Can I ask you a question? Is
Yes.
it effect the same as result?
Yes. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Effect would be the same as the result. Very similar to his result. Yeah. In this
my
respect,
answer
yes.
will be cause and effect.
Okay,
Both.
so you see it's both. Okay, can you explain why it would be both?
So if the manager they reduce the cutting the staff, how to say, cut the cost on the staff, so the staff will not feeling very happy.
Uh-huh.
So that may become a stress to
Uh-huh.
work.
Uh-huh.
And then if the team or the company they didn't make enough profit this year, so the results will just like cutting the cost.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So let's see if you're so first of all, if the manager cuts cost does cost cutting, then the employees get stressed because he's doing cost cutting, or their employees are stressed and therefore not doing their job well, and therefore it causes cost cutting, which is an effect. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with those. Even though the worksheet has a specific answer for all of these, but number three, Carvalho. First of all, employee absences. Does everybody know what that means?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Carvalho, what do you think? Is it a cause or an effect?
In my view, it can cause stress because uh, the co-workers will have more work to do.
Okay, so it would be an effect then.
Mm.
Yes,
An effect of stress because people are gone because they are
Yeah,
stressed and
but
distressed.
it can also cause of stress for example, the head of the company, you know.
So could you think it could also be a cause because
Yes. For example, if I am the manager of the company
yeah. Oh,
and
teacher.
I have a lot of absence of employers, yeah, then I feel stressed because I have deadline of something. Yeah.
hmm, okay,
I,
so
I mean, it's a cause of
oh you think it's a cause.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not effect.
Okay.
Okay.
It's also an effect as well.
Mm.
Um because if people are um if people are away from their
Yeah, yes, yes, it can
duties.
both.
Yeah. Okay. So it could be either one. Okay. All right. And then Ozma, a heavy workload. First of all, before we start that, first of all, what is a heavy workload?
Mm, maybe because you have a lot of work.
Uh-huh. Yep. And it's a
Mm,
yep. Okay. And do you
yeah.
think that would be a cause or effect for stress?
Okay, it's cause of stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it a cause?
Because when you have a lot of work, and especially when you are short on time, yeah, you
Hmm.
will feel stressed and exhausted, and yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Dissatisfied customers. And that, of course, are customers who are unhappy with your business. Um, Johnny, what do you think? Is that a cause or an effect?
I think is effect
Okay. Why?
because the customer they will keep complaining if you haven't done the job properly, and the staff or the manager they will like stress out to find a solution for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um,
Mm, so, um, yeah, I can go ahead, teacher.
yeah, and talk to it. Anybody can speak.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's a cause, not effect, because yeah, your purpose is to satisfy customers and then you to gain profits.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it's a cause to be stressed because like he said, he give the reason, my classmate, that he will be stressed and customers will keep complaining. So that's why it's cause
Mhm.
then effect.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Lower profits. Um, so lower profits is basically less money, less money coming in. What is that a cause or effect, Felipe? What do you think?
It's a fact
Okay, why would you say it's effect?
because lower profits is a fact uh, from because something goes wrong at the company in the company.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, so if something basically if something is happening in the job that is making people be stressed out, then they won't do their job well, then there would be lower profits, which would be effect of that in effect. So okay, we have two new people. Hello Julio and hello Kako. Welcome.
Hello, hello, Holly.
Hello.
Hello,
And
teacher.
Hi, Julio, have you been locked out yet this week?
Sorry, can
Have
you
you been
repeat that?
locked out of your house yet this week?
No, actually, I've been working a lot. I remember. You're talking about. No, no, I told you I got some spare keys now, so that
I
won't
was
happen again.
okay. I was just teasing you. I thought I thought that was great though when you told me. Yeah, I just got my laptop and started taking verbling classes. So, okay. All right, and welcome again, Kako. So we have for everybody, we have Asma from Tunisia, then we have Kako, Carvalho, and Felipe from Brazil. Then we have Johnny, who is from China but living in New Zealand, and then we have Julio from Mexico. So that's who all is here right now. So. All right, we're talking about Kako and Julio. The question we're asking is, what do you think are the causes and effects of stress at work? So look at the phrases below and put C or E next to each one of these. So we just got to lower profits. So let's, Kako, what do you think? First of all, what is poor performance? What do what
Poor,
is?
poor performance is characterized by bad results
Mm-hmm. Okay.
in face of before the um, the
Okay.
goals. The
Okay.
goal when goals are not achieved.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very good way of saying that when the goals are not achieved. Excellent. So what do you think? Is poor performance a cause of stress or is it an effect of stress?
I think it can be either cause or effect depending on the situation. For
Okay.
example, um, poor performance can be a consequence when people are very pressured.
Mhm.
They can be very worried, uh, preoccupied with good performance in producing good performance,
Mhm.
and because of that they can produce bad results because of the worry.
Mhm.
On the other hand, um, if people are not good performers,
Mhm.
they can result stressed
Mhm.
in order to answer to the asks, to urgent asks,
No, to the urgent requests.
urgent requests.
Yeah, so urgent requests. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. And now the next one, Julio, bullying at work. First of all, what is that? What is
Bu-
bullying at work?
well, bullying has so many different phases that now it's kind of difficult to differentiate when you're being bullied
Mhm.
or just being teased. But pretty much it's being teased at work or um,
Mhm.
when someone
Okay.
mistreats you.
Mhm. Okay. That's good. Okay, and what do you do you think that would be a cause or an effect for stress at work?
Yeah, I think there is a very thin line here. I think it can be both.
Okay.
I remember when I was working for a big company, uh, I never received any kind of bullying from my co-workers. We got a very good relationship, but sometimes bosses they think that they got the power there and they tend to bully you a little bit or use some
Mhm.
kind of psychological blackmail. And
Okay.
especially if you are performing low in your on your duties.
Mhm.
So and also poor performance is so um, is subjective.
Mhm.
Maybe you are
Yeah.
trying really hard, but you are not. Maybe the goals are kind of unrealistic. So
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you about especially about the poor performance. If the company has not exactly giving has not given expectations, and there's some companies that don't, especially if they're smaller companies. Okay. All right. So Carvalho, how about the economy? Is that uh, um, a cause or an effect
It
of stress?
depends on the situation. If the
Hmm.
economy is bad, it can be a cause of stress.
Okay, so it could be a cause or it could be an effect. So a lot of these are causes or effects. Okay, so in your country, in Brazil, is the economy doing well or is it a part of the financial crisis?
It's not doing well
Oh, it's
because,
not.
yeah, we are facing some difficulties
Mm-hmm. Okay.
regarding economy.
Okay. There are some countries that are doing well. So, and how is it in Mexico, Julio?
how's the economy going?
Yeah.
Um, it's um, it's terrible. It's terrible now. The government is being well, I can feel it in my pocket right away. Like the price of gas is
Mm-hmm.
being increasing in monthly basis.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think the gas is, uh, I mean, for being a country that produces so much oil, that extracts so much oil, the price of gas are on the roof.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and actually I heard that in the United States, the price of gasoline is actually decreasing
In
historically.
Yeah, in some areas it's decreasing more than in other areas. Um, but it always in the U.S. it always decreases in the winter time. I'm
Yeah,
not sure why, but
actually always increases, always. We have never had a decrease on gas
Yeah.
prices, never in
yeah.
history.
I've seen it a couple times. I think it was in 2012. I saw the gas prices go down from 3.87 a gallon to about 3.12, and then it went back up. Um, and now it's on its way down again. Last time I checked, I think it was at 360 something. But I'm in a region of the country that has higher gas prices than other parts of the U.S. So just probably because we have less people here.
Hmm.
So we have
Well, at
so
least what I know about the US is that, private companies can sell gas there, and here in Mexico, it is all monopolized by a public company called Pemex.
okay.
So the price of gas is the same anywhere in the country,
Oh
but
wow.
you don't have any other choice. I mean, you either pay it or pay it. But you don't have no one else that can provide you with gas, so
Wow.
you don't have a
Wow.
choice there.
Okay. So let's ask Johnny, first of all, how is the economy doing in New Zealand where you're at?
In New Zealand, not very good now at the
Uh-huh.
moment. Lots of the staff get made redundant in a big company.
Mhm.
But after the free trade agreement with China, I think the economic will be going very well next year.
Okay, because there's going to be a free trade agreement with China.
Yeah, they have already decided, and then the
Wow.
president of China has already come to visit recently.
Mhm.
So maybe there are lots of the immigrants will coming into New Zealand, or maybe they will have a lot more jobs opportunity later on.
Well, that's great. Awesome. Good
Yeah,
for you, China and New Zealand. So,
yes. But
yeah.
the price of the gas is pretty expensive here, and as I
Mhm.
know that it has already dropped like maybe a little bit, but it's a
Mhm.
dollar 76 here.
76 a liter.
A dollar 76
$1.76 a liter
per,
times,
per
and there's like 3 to 4 liters to a gallon. That is very expensive.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
told me that is maybe $1 in US.
Yeah. But then you guys, we do liters and you guys do gallons. So no, I mean we do gallons, you guys do liters. So
Yes.
yeah. Ozma, how's the economy doing in Tunisia?
The economy, yeah, it's reflected by what's happened in the world.
Mhm.
Our economy is not strong, it's not too much strong.
Mhm.
Um, because it's based on agriculture.
Mhm.
Uh, but for example, when I live here in Qatar, they are not reflected by the decrease of the oil prices. You
Mhm.
know, because the economy is based on the gas, especially on the gas.
Mhm. And is it called Qatar or Qatar?
Qatar.
Qatar, because I've heard both two
Yes.
pronunciations. Qatar, I've heard Qatar, I've
Yeah.
heard Qatar. Okay,
Yeah,
Qatar.
it's in Arabic, it's Qatar.
Okay,
Yeah,
Qatar.
when I will say it in English, it's Qatar,
Okay, Qatar.
you know.
Okay, so in Qatar, are they're dependent on the oil industry? Or
No, but it what it's based for the gas. Yeah,
mhm,
they export uh, a lot of gas around the world, and so that's why they have a strong economy.
mhm,
Um, but actually, yeah, the problem in the world that this decrease, this highly decrease of the price of the prices of the oil in the
mhm,
world, and
mhm,
yeah, it's something very weird. Yeah, because there are, it's not very clear the fundamental causes of this crisis. You know,
okay.
yeah, it's and all the economy will occur uh, like I don't know how can I say
Mhm,
call it economy.
mhm.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, Felipe, what we're going to do next is we're going to go into these key words. Let's match the following words with their correct definitions. We've got significant, noticeable, essential, and consequences. Felipe, can you choose one of these words and match the word?
Yes. Significant is extremely important.
Extremely important. Actually,
I think the important or great is another word.
yeah, the thing is with extremely, and there's another word that is more so. Significant would be just important or great. This one, a significant, for example, a significant increase, or okay, all right, thank you. All right, and Kako, could you choose a word and match it?
Noticeable.
Okay.
Extremely important.
No, that's not noticeable. So.
Okay. Clear, easy to see.
Yeah, clear and easy to see.
Example, a noticeable difference.
Yeah. So, say for example, if you have one of the people here on Verbling that you hear them speak English a lot, and at first, when you first started taking classes with that individual, you could not understand them, right? That happens every once in a while. And then after a few weeks or a few months, all of a sudden you notice there is a noticeable difference between the way the person spoke English when they started here at Verbling and now. And you'll go, oh wow, the so and so is improving very much. So that's an example of a noticeable difference. Another example is this is taken from my personal life. I'll give you an example. It's kind of a funny one, but my sister and I are twins, and some of you have seen this picture. This is us. We look very, very similar, and we spend a lot of time together. And because of that, people are like, "Oh, they're the twins," and it's very rare to see adult twins together. And so, because of that, everywhere we go, we are noticeable. People notice us, and they remember us. So we have a tendency to vary where we go. We don't go to the same place all the time because people notice us because we look so similar. So, all right. So let's go to the next word. We have essential. Kako, could you do that one?
Teacher, I answered your last question.
Oh, you did the last one. Oops, I was going with the Brazilians. Okay, so Carvalho. Carvalho. Can you do it the next one? Sorry about that, Kako.
Okay, teacher. Number 3, essential.
And that would be?
It's extremely important.
Yes, so if something is essential, it is extremely important. So, all right. And then, of course, consequences would be the results or effects of something. So, let's, Julio, in your job, can you tell us something that is that is essential in your job that you have to do in order to do the job well?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. We can hear you right. Great.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. I think I'm having some problems with my connection, but I'm gonna go ahead. In my job, it is essential to to um, to be a to be a team, to
Mm.
work with everybody, to have a good relationship with and good communication with all the other co-workers. And we do have monthly goals, and we cannot achieve them if we don't work together. So
Mhm.
teamwork definitely is it's a key part of our everyday job.
Mhm. Perfect. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, very good. All right. And Asma, can you tell us maybe something about your job that you have seen like a noticeable difference in maybe in a positive or maybe even a negative way, but something that you've seen in the last year that is a noticeable difference.
Mm, yeah, in term what? In term of performance, for example, I don't know.
Yeah, in terms of performance, maybe whatever you want to performance or maybe morale, uh, the stress level, any of that. If you've noticed and if there's a noticeable difference, either positive or negative.
Yeah, I don't know, but for example, I have a lot of work. Yeah, so for me, it's no noticeable uh, what to feel stressed. I can see like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, means it's naturally to feel stressed and to be tired or yeah,
Okay.
something like
Okay.
this. Yeah.
So the stress, there's been a noticeable difference in the stress level. Um,
Yes, yeah. For
okay.
example, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially when you have a lot of work in short time, yeah, uh, this can causes some type of stress, headaches,
Mhm.
blood pressure, something like this.
Mhm. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So, Johnny, can you tell us, give us something that has significantly increased, or
Significant.
decreased, a significant increase or decrease that you have noticed either in your job or the country you're living in?
Um, I can see some significant increase. Um, so maybe I can say that my manager can see some insignificant improvement on my job.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah, because
Awesome.
I put a lot of effort. So that's what I can say at the moment.
Uh-huh. Excellent. Awesome. That's good to hear. All right. So, Felipe, could you give us some consequences of someone who gets very stressed out of work at work?
Um, Maybe when you are talking with your client and he has a lot of changes to do in your job, in my job, for example, I get stressed. But recently I am practicing meditation, and this not happen. It is not happened recently.
Uh-huh.
It's
Good.
so good.
Yeah. And the meditation's helping. That's good. That's good to hear. So, all right. All
Yeah.
right, Carvalho, can you tell us about the same question I gave to Julio, and some essential task that you have in your job, something that you do in your job that is essential that you need to do in order to do it well.
Okay, if something essential in my job, every day I have some tests. Test.
Tasks. Uh-huh.
Okay, I have some tests. I I basically have to help some students in some tests in the laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my job is not stressful because I like to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I have to help them to do some tests, some experiments.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's basically what I do in my job.
Mm-hmm. And if you didn't do that, you couldn't really your job you couldn't you would have poor performance in your job, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
full performance.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Great. Kako, can you tell us a noticeable difference or that you have seen in your life in the last 5 years? What is a noticeable difference from your life 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I worked in my own business.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
and today, I am a civil public server.
Servant. That is definitely
Servant.
a
Yeah,
servant. That's
it, it
definitely a
is a
noticeable difference.
it is a noticeable difference in
Hmm.
my life,
Excellent.
in my job career.
Hmm. Excellent. Very good. All right. Okay, let's go on. What we're going to do is you are going to read an article about a survey of British companies on the theme of stress in the workplace. We will complete the following statements with information from the test. So we need to look for these answers. Number one, 500 number managers took part in the survey. And according to something managers, stress had affected business over the past year. According to something else managers, stress was continuing to have a negative effect on business. And then blank of businesses said that the number of employee absences had risen over the past year. And another blank of businesses said that staff morale had decreased over the past year. So we need to find these answers when we read. Okay, so the stress time bomb. It is time to improve business relationships. Okay, Julio, could you read the first paragraph?
Sure. All right. Here we go. Is your workforce too stressed to perform at its best, or even to make it into the office every day? If so, you're not alone. New research suggests that employee stress is a serious problem in small and medium-sized businesses.
Oh, excellent. Very good pronunciation, by the way. Well
Thank
done. Okay, number two, Johnny.
Yeah, 500 decision makers at British companies took part in a survey of by Zurich Insurance. 42%, 210 managers said that employee stress had affected business over the past year. 1 in 3 said that stress-related issues such as low staff morale and increased employees' absence were continuing to have a negative effect on the overall performance of their business.
Yeah, very good pronunciation as well. Very clear. One thing I
Oh, thank
noticed though that was it is kind of humorous. You added an S here and then you didn't use the S here. So you said employees absence. So employee absences. So
Employee absences. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So you added an S here, so that's kind of funny, but overall, it was very easy and clear for me to understand. Number three, Philippe. Can you
A
read this?
fifth of, oh, sorry.
Hmm.
A fifth of the business said the number of their stress-related employee absence had risen over the past 2 years, and 25% said staff morale had decreased because of more stress at work.
Okay, so this word right here is pronounced morale.
Morale.
Morale. And also, one thing this is a very common issue. When you have an S and then ES, we actually pronounce the S, so it's businesses and then
Business.
absences. Absences.
Okay.
Excellent. So, okay, number 4, Carvalho.
Okay, teacher. This figure shows that dealing with workforce challenges and risks is an essential part of achieving better performance and greater growth for small
Businesses.
businesses, says Richard Coleman, a director at Zurich Insurance. It's perhaps not surprising that the current business climate has had such an impact on workforce stress and morale. But if these issues aren't solved, they could have serious long-term consequences.
Okay, so climate. Climate. And
Climate,
then solved. Now when
uh,
you have the for example, the ES, you always actually pronounce the S, ES. But when you have the DED, it's not always pronounced. So solved. Solved. Okay,
okay.
all right. Thank you. And
Okay.
Kako, could you read number 5?
But how do employers deal with stress? This challenge is even more difficult in the current economic environment. Because of low growth, many small businesses are afraid of their future. Therefore, they feel they need to try to improve their profit margins through cost cutting, which is exactly the sort of thing that can cause stress among staff.
Very good. Thank you. And yeah, one thing your when you speak in English and is very monotone. It kind of it's not sing-songy at all. It's just very very straight. I don't know how to suggest maybe they listen to other people and how they kind of move their voice up and down, and that basically what you need to do is stress different words. But how do employers deal with stress? So for you, it's all the same. So I don't know if you've been told that or not, Kako, but we can work on it. So. Um, Okay. Are there any words or phrases in here that you guys do not know? Everybody's fine? All right, so let's go on up here and let's see if we can answer these questions. We've got number 2. Asma, can you find that answer? Hello? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And, every once in a while, you get kicked out because nobody can hear you, but you can hear everybody else. So it's like, So Asma, are you there? Asma? Maybe she walked away. So Julio, did you find the answer to number 2 at all? So according to how many managers stress had affected business over the past year, let's look at this.
210.
Yeah,
210.
210 managers, yeah. According to 210 managers. Okay, according to something managers, stress was continuing to have a negative effect on business. So how many would that be? Any suggestions? Philippe. Well, I'm just going to ask anybody that has the answer. So how many, according to blank number of managers, stress was continuing to have a negative effect on business? Anyone know the answer?
1 in 3.
Yes, 1 in 3.
So is it 33.33%?
Possibly. I'm not a math person. That's why I studied English. So, okay, number 4. Blank of businesses said that the number of employee absences had risen over the past year.
I'm not sure, but I think it's 50% of business.
Yeah, actually, it's a fifth.
A fifth.
Fifth of businesses. Okay. And then number 5, blank of businesses said that staff morale had decreased over the past year.
25%.
Yes, 25%. And one thing that's interesting about, I just said for space-wise, I'm going to put the percent sign, but this is kind of an interesting tidbit. This is British English, and they spell it like this. Where in American English, we actually spell it like this. So there's a difference in how we spell it. They use it basically 2 words per cent, and we have percent here. So,
okay, I think.
Yeah, it's just spelled differently. We pronounce it pretty much the same. But okay, let's go on. Ozma, are you back?
Yes.
Okay. Were you gone for a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I kept calling your name. I'm like, I don't think she's there. So, okay. So let's go on. There are 2 ways of telling somebody what another person has said: direct speech and reported speech. Let's look at the table below. We have direct speech reports exact words that somebody said. For example, Peter said, "I'm at home." The politician said, "I will create many new jobs." Yeah, right. Allison said, "I went out on Saturday." Omar said, "I've never been to China." Daniel said, "I can't speak French." Pavel said, "I want to go to the concert." So and this is all in what we call simple present, or simple present, or this is future. This is basically the simple tenses. Reported speech reports what somebody said without repeating the exact words. So this one, you're actually repeating the exact words. With reported speech, you just say it a little bit different. Peter said that he was at home. The politician said that he would create many new jobs. Allison said that she went out on Saturday. Allison said that she had gone out on Saturday. So either one of them would be fine as far as the tense. Omar said that he had never been to China. Daniel said that he couldn't speak French. And Pavel said that he wanted to go to the concert. Now, one of the things with a reported speech is said that. Okay. Now, in another situation, do you guys know the difference between told and said? Can anybody? How would, for example, this one? Peter said that he was at home. He was at home. If you wanted to use the word told, how would you use that?
I was told.
Okay.
I
was
told
told.
him.
Either I was told, or you would say, Peter told me.
Oh, Peter told me.
Yeah. Peter told me that he was at home. So, and that's one thing. So when you have said in reported speech, you always have that. But with told, you can you just what you do is put a personal pronoun. Peter told her that he was at home. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
if I don't use that, is it wrong?
If you said Peter
So,
told Peter told that he was at home.
no.
Yes.
Peter told me he was at home without using that.
It is not wrong. You can actually write it either way, either or say it either way. Peter, bear with me. Peter told me that he was at home, or Peter told me he was at home. And it's and there's no in this respect that is based on personal preference. One person is going to use that every time they use reported speech with told. Another person will not, will never do it, and it's all based on personal preference. So,
Okay.
are there any other questions about these?
No.
Okay, so let's go ahead and practice some of this. I skipped over some of these things, so we have 5 more minutes. We don't really have enough time. Let's try to do this anyway. Daniel Goldman has just found a new supplier during a rather stressful negotiation. It turns out that the supplier isn't completely honest. Look at what she told him the week before and complete their conversation below. Change the tenses appropriately. Okay, Nicole. So let's Asma, can you read Nicole, and Kako, can you read Daniel?
Okay. Our price is $60 per unit.
But I thought you said your price was $50 per unit.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
continue.
I think you misunderstood. It's $50 if you order the minimum order, which is 1,000 units. If you just want 800 units, the price is $60.
Okay, next one. Kako?
But I thought you told us the price was $50 per unit.
No, it's always been 1,000 units.
Okay. So they told us. I thought you told us.
Told us.
The minimum order is 1,000 units.
No, it wouldn't be that one.
Okay.
Let's see. What would that be?
Uh,
I thought you told. Let's see.
but I thought you told us you could offer a $20 discount for large orders.
That's probably what it is.
No, it's always been 1,000 units.
What about delivery? Is 20 days still possible?
Actually, I said we will deliver within 30 days. And
Okay.
you can expect some delay at the border.
Okay.
Delay.
Let's go ahead and Johnny, could you be Daniel, and Carvalho, can you be Nicole?
So,
Okay.
Right, starting here.
delay, but your factory is located in the European Union. There shouldn't be any delays.
Our new factory is located outside the EU.
But you said you aren't planning to build a new plant.
No, I think you misunderstood.
So what if we order 2,000 units? Do we get a $20 discount?
No, we can't offer that kind of discount for 2,000 units.
But you said most of our customer orders less than 2,000 units.
No, I think you misunderstood.
No,
No, no.
okay.
Sorry, uh, sorry.
So,
A large order means over 3,000 units.
But you told me I think I choose that answers. The minimum order is 1,000 units. Surely 2,000 is a large order.
Actually, we have many customers who order more than 4,000. That's why we are building a new factory.
But didn't you say you aren't planning to build a new plant? Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So this was actually quite challenging because I think because of time. All right. It looks like we are actually out of time. But very good job for those of you who were able to participate in that. If you want to continue, we will be going in the next class. We will be using a worksheet called Stress Timeout Part 2. So thank you. See you all later in another class. Thank you very much.
Thank
thank
you,
you.
teacher.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you soon.